You're watching KUAM News Extra with Sonia Artero.
And welcome back. Republican Senator Frank Ishizaki isn't wasting any time as a new lawmaker. This, as he just introduced his first two pieces of legislation, Bills 39 and 40. We'll start off by discussing Bill 39, which seeks to aid in the transition of elected officials by providing a provision in the law that would allow for a mandatory transition period. Such a law would affect the Attorney General's office, the Office of the Public Auditor, and the island's various village mayors. Again, thank you very much for coming on to answer our questions. Now, what is the reason behind creating Bill 39 in the first place? One would guess, I have to guess, would it be the former AG and his treatment of the current AG?
Definitely, that had a lot to do with it. The Pacific Daily News had the weekend forum, and they had invited for letters and solicitations on a particular subject, and I wrote a letter because I'm very passionate about mentoring the people that replace you.
It's so important.
It is so important, and I think all of us need to know that we are all expendable. We have a finite lifespan in which we're going to carry out our jobs, and I've been accustomed to that for years and years. You know, when I left here in '79, I learned that quickly, and in my time with the FBI, I was always prepping to have somebody take over the job I was doing, and I was always being prepped to take over somebody else's responsibility. And it was just a natural way to do business. And so at the police department and at the Department of Corrections, I did the same thing. I made sure that the people that I thought were the most capable, that wanted to do the job, were mentored and prepared to take over the job. And I did that with Captain Suba and others in the police department. And I think it's just necessary to do that. And I was just bothered that the Attorney General was not as cooperative and willing to help his replacement.
And so Bill 39 would ensure exactly what?
To recognize the need for transition and to authorize it. Because there were some arguments raised that because of confidentiality and sensitive nature of the information in the files of the Attorney General's office, which I think is ludicrous. You know, I've been involved with very, very sensitive national security bits of information, and if you realize when presidents get elected, the electee, the incoming president, is fully briefed on the most sensitive issues of national security. And I think that I don't think there's anything that's that sensitive in the Attorney General's office that will require not disclosing, not briefing, not preparing the replacement to be appropriately prepared to take over the job. So for that PDN article, I did write a letter because I strongly believe in the need to transition and prepare the replacement. So that was a follow-up to that letter.
Now, certain rules and regulations would be implemented in the law to ensure that a certain period of time would also ensue to ensure that everyone is well-rounded in the new subject matter that they're having oversight over.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And what period of time would you suggest?
Well, you know, as I'm learning quickly that when bills are introduced, they may not get passed in the same form.
Right.
So
it's
ultimately,
by many
it's
other
going to be
people.
massaged, and you got to accept people's input, and all of those components will go in, and hopefully the bill will pass, and hopefully the governor will sign it into law, and then when that is done, we'll have an idea what the time frame will be. But sometime after November election day, I think between then and inaugural time in January, we must do everything to prepare the replacement with sufficient knowledge and information on how a department is run, how the mayor's office is run, that we don't give away equipment and furniture like in a mayor's office, for instance, and we got to ensure continuity in government. And I'm a firm believer in that.
Okay, and so are we. Stay tuned to KON News Extra as we discuss the goal behind Bill 40 and what the freshman senator hopes to accomplish by its implementation. Stay with us.